Dreamweaver, Chapter 24. An Old Foe Revives. Michael opened his eyes and quickly shut them again. The light in the room, though dim, pierced his sensitive pupils. "I'm glad you are awake." The voice was seductively alluring and spoken with a soothing lilt, but to Michael it was no better than the abrasive screech of nails against a chalkboard. "Faith," Michael moaned in pain and dread and kept his eyes closed. "You must be in such pain." Empathy coated her words, and Michael could see through his closed eyes her look of concern. Yet the air stilled as she drew near. She smelled him, recalling his scent and learning those of others with whom he had interacted. "Ah," she drawled, in her own cruel moment of eureka. "Mariska, too," she hissed. "There were 4 of them." "I know. Only one male." She walked toward the window. Michael took the opportunity to suck in air as inconspicuously as possible. The silence lasted only seconds, but in that time, Michael's mind tortured him with images of cruelty for a faithful twice failed. Faith was brooding something else entirely. "One more chance," she announced as she neared him again. Michael disguised his sigh of relief through a groan. "Thank you, sister. I really do want to meet this interesting man. Bring him in, or I will. Of course, then there would be no use for you, and you can rest as long as you want." She patted his hand gently, and Michael instinctively fisted it. "Until then, good health, and may purity live in our souls." "May purity live in our souls," he repeated, and heard the door closed. Michael squinted against the light as he sat up. His head pounded, expanding and contracting to the beat of his heart. The headache could have been a result of his injuries, but more likely a warning from Faith, his senior, the guardianship's number 3 faithful. As Michael regained his health, responsibilities previously kept from him returned as well. Lance related to him the incident of the escaped children in the Southwest, and Michael listened attentively, but with a certain level of emotional detachment, mulling over the facts and rationalizing through the motives, no longer allowing even the slightest feelings to taint his perceptions and thoughts. When it came to Ainsley, Michael was detrimentally fervent, but after his latest defeat, he could no longer afford such distractions. Now, he only wanted to retract from everything, allowing the world to blacken and fade so that he could shed the spotlight of his mind on Ainsley and all things related to him. There was a serenity to this that Michael had never felt before, and he surmised that this was how a man at peace with his life would feel. What happened in the past was a blur, and the future was an uncertainty. Michael only had the here and now to offer in service to his great teacher, and he would give his all. He nodded every so often to show Lance that he was listening, for his face was a blank sheet, betraying nothing inside his mind, where the spotlight feverishly shifted from fact to fact, memory to memory, until all the connections were made. "Make preparations for an expedition to the Northwest," Michael finally said. "Marauder territory?" "But Brother Michael, are you questioning me?" "No, brother. I will do as you say," Lance replied. Although still befuddled by the order, he nonetheless kept silent and took his leave. Curiosity was shunned for the sake of systematicism. This was how the Guardians achieved efficiency, where commands were transmitted from the top down and carried out in an orderly process. No deviation, no chance, only structure. As a faithful, Michael understood the Guardianship's way more than anyone. No chance. The idea brought so much perspicuity. Life was simple, really simple. Now more so than ever. 2 roads lay ahead, success or failure, and one of the 2 was simply and elegantly short. I hope you enjoyed the story so far. If you did, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It means a lot to me, as I'm a one-man show when it comes to writing, editing, and producing the audiobook, complete with sound effects and music. Thanks, and have a great rest of your day.